Hey there, and welcome to the Herbal Moon Goddess podcast. My name's Kyra, and today I'm going to be guiding you through my monthly review for the month of December 2021. I did my first monthly review a month ago in November, and it was really fun, and I got some beautiful feedback from sharing this behind the scenes sort of information behind my business and my life, and it feels really good to just be able to express myself freely and authentically here on this platform. So yeah, I hope that you really enjoy my review that I've got coming up in this episode. I'm going to be covering exactly what I did in my business as well as my life. Trying to have a bit of that work-life balance happening. And I'm also going to be sharing with you exactly what I manifested, including the figures, the money that I actually made. So let's start off by talking a bit about monthly reviews, because this is something that's actually really something I do every month. And I just had the idea last month to start actually publicly kind of sharing this. So it all in the Moon Manifesting Planner, there's space each month at the end of each month where you pretty much do a review of what happened. This is just a page I've turned to. If you're watching on the YouTube version for you to see, but pretty much there's a space there at the end of each month for you to review exactly what you manifested and created or achieved, what you're grateful for, as well as reviewing the stuff that you'd like to change moving forward into the next month. So I would highly recommend that you do this on a monthly basis, because it's really helpful to, actually appreciate the things that you've achieved. Like, it helps you celebrate all those amazing things that you've done. And it gives you an opportunity to think about, okay, well, what's next? What am I going to do next month? Or what would I like to change for next month? So it's really, really helpful tool to do, or helpful activity to do each month. I really love my monthly reviews. It always amazes me about exactly what I've achieved and manifested. So I'm going to start off by talking about my business review, what exactly I've done in December. I actually had quite a lot of time off in December for various reasons, which I'll talk a bit more when I talk about my life review. But despite having time off, I still did really well. I opened up readings at the end of November after having some time off in October and November as well. And since opening up readings, I've had so many bookings come in. And something really exciting that happened in December was I was even given the opportunity to do readings at a Christmas party here in Tamworth. So that was really, really fun. I haven't done something like that in a long time, where I've been able to sit in a room and just do back-to-back readings for people in real life. And yeah, it was just such a fun experience. So I'm so grateful for manifesting that experience into my life, and I can't wait to do more of those sort of events in 2022. I did all those readings in person, and as well as my online readings as well. I did a few of those, and I've even got bookings for January, which really excites me that I'm at that stage where people are booking in advance, like well into the future. So yay, go me. So something else that was quite exciting for me in my business in December was doing a Venus Retrograde masterclass in the Herbal Moon Goddess Academy. Venus Retrograde started around the 19th of December, and this was actually a really hot topic. I did a video on YouTube, well, a podcast episode as well, but on YouTube I've noticed in particularly that this video about Venus retrograde is like probably the best, like in terms of views and comments and stuff that I've ever really done. So obviously people are really interested in Venus retrograde. So that was, quite exciting to see that. This Venus retrograde masterclass I did was really fun as well. in the academy, I was able to do some specific readings for what was coming up during Venus retrograde for some of the students in the academy, which is something I do like to do in the academy. I like our members, our students, to, you know, give me their chart details. So when we do these monthly live calls in our group, that I can get really personal and do like mini readings for everyone. So that was really fun and really exciting, and it just really fills my cup to be able to help people understand the energy of what's coming up in their lives. So that was really, really exciting. So as I mentioned, I did actually have a lot of time off in December. And I'm going to talk a bit about that now, because I'm going to talk more about my life review, because that's like, I think pretty much all I did in my business. It was really good having time off. And this is something that I had struggled with forever. I've always kind of been a work from home mum. I had my first baby when I was 19. I was 19. And so I never really went to work. I've never really had a job. I worked as a dental assistant when I was 18, and then I found out I was pregnant, and like, you know, I told my boss, and they weren't happy about that because I'd only just started at the position. So anyway, I quit that job and I've never really returned back to the workforce since. So I've always kind of found ways to work from home, even back then when I was 19. I'm sure I was 19 when I had my baby. I'm really trying to remember all that long ago. Anyway, I remember like going out to this conference with my mum. It must have been when I was 20, and like learning about how to make money through eBay and things like that. And it just really like opened up this can of worms for me. And ever since then, I've just been hooked on like, you know, new ways to make money online. So what I kind of justified to myself was, whenever I have this opportunity to make money, I'm going to do it. So that meant like, you know, I was, you know, busy with the baby a lot of the time, but then, you know, when I found some other times, you know, free to myself when I can jump online, I'd, you know, find myself trying to do something to make money. So this was something I struggled with. You know, I've got 4 children now. So as my time was more and more wrapped up with having kids and, you know, running a household and homeschooling and all this other stuff that comes with kids, I found myself, well, it's like, okay, I've got this limited time to work on my business. I'm going to just, you know, do all this stuff. And I had a really bad work-life balance for a long time. So something that's been coming up for me a lot over the past like 2 years is to have more of that work-life balance. And I think this year was probably the first year that I've actually taken time off, like actually like taken chunks of time off from work, like, you know, even just not even being on social media. Like that was huge for me, to be able to really just let go and just take some time off work. True workaholic here. So that was really good for me though. I have so enjoyed taking time off this month. So the first, I took time off earlier in December because I actually had 2 wisdom teeth taken out. So that was one of my big life goals. I guess I knew I had to have these wisdom teeth taken out for years. You know, kept making up these excuses. Anyway, it was so quick and easy. Like I walked into the dental surgery and I'm like sitting in the chair. I was like literally shaking. Like I just had like all this adrenaline running through my veins. But the worst part, honestly, was the dentist numbing me up. Like the needle to, you know, numb my mouth, my teeth. That was the worst part. And then she pulled out the teeth and it was all over. And it was like, oh, that didn't really hurt. And I recovered so quickly as well. I'd actually like, you know, scheduled in advance, like I'm going to take this time off because I'm going to be recovering. I've had, I think, about 4 other teeth taken out in my life. And there's often been, quite a bit of swelling and difficulty recovering. But with these 2 wisdom teeth being taken out, I had like minimal swelling. It was just crazy. Like the first few hours after the pain stuff wore off, the pain relief stuff from the dentist, like I was in a little bit of pain, but I didn't have to take any other pain relief. I did put a few like essential oils on my cheek, which really helped, especially with, I think it was more the shock, the trauma to my body that was the worst sort of after effect of having my wisdom teeth taken out. So the essential oils really helped with that. And also flower essences. I was like really appreciative that I still had some rescue remedy. Yeah, it's amazing. If you've never tried flower essences, you can easily get rescue remedy from chemists and stuff. It's really amazing stuff, really calming. So that was one of my big things that happened in December, having those teeth taken out and then recovering from that, which, led to some time off. I had more time off to celebrate Litha, the summer solstice, with my family. As I've mentioned in previous episodes of the Her Woman Goddess podcast, we don't celebrate Christmas in our household anymore. We celebrate the summer solstice instead. So we opened up presents on the night of the 21st. My husband had to go to work on the actual day of the solstice on the 22nd, but me and the kids had a great day. We went down to the park and we did all sorts of fun things together, and I took time off work, so that was really good too. So that was really fun. And then, with Christmas around the corner, I just didn't really feel like being in work mode anymore. So I really, I took off probably a whole week or even almost 2 weeks from work, which was really huge for me. Like I didn't even go on Instagram for probably like 5 days. I really limited my time on Facebook and emails, really broke a lot of those habits with like that obsessive like checking of like, oh, do I have a new notification yet or a new email in my inbox? Like it was really good to just really release those habits and just be like, it's okay. Everything can wait. So that was really fun. Just having that time off and celebrating with the family. It was really, really good. So something else that happened in my life was to do with Litha. As I mentioned in my last monthly review, I run a group page on Instagram called Australian Witches. And for each Sabbath, we run a week-long photo a day challenge. So of course for Litha, we did a photo a day challenge as well. And this was really fun because every time we do these challenges, it really helps me, but like, of course, everyone else who participates, but I get so much out of it personally, even though I'm the one who's like creating all the prompts and running the thing with the help of my co-admins, Candace from Howearth and Shannon from Lunar Insight. And those girls are just so amazing. They're such a blessing in my life. But yeah, even though I'm running this thing, I get so much out of it. Like I set up a Litha altar and just like, yeah, just appreciated all this stuff about Litha and went outside and connected with nature and observed what was happening around the summer solstice. So that was really, really good as well. It really helps me to tune into the energy of the Sabbats, especially when there's that accountability. Like I've got to show up to lead this challenge every Sabbath. Because sometimes in the past, like, there's been a Sabbath and it's like, oh, it's, Samhain today. Oh, well, I just don't have the energy to do anything. So like now it's like, okay, well, I'll just do a little bit each day. And then at the end of that week-long challenge, I've got an altar set up and I've, done some little activities that are related to that Sabbath. So these challenges have been so good for my soul and, getting a bit more of that work-life balance that I've been talking about a lot in this episode. So something else that I did in my life that was actually really amazing was we got our first family photos done like ever. It's kind of funny. We had family photos done back when my son was a baby, and like my first son, and now we've got 4 kids, and we've never had like proper family photos done since. So it was well overdue, and I actually won a second place prize in a competition with a local photographer, which gave me like half price off the sitting fee, and I think credit towards wall art as well. And I was like, oh, this is perfect, because I need to update my family photos, because we literally have none. So that was incredible. We got the digital photos, I think just before Christmas, and they are so stunning. Oh my goodness. So I'm so grateful that we had that opportunity to do these family photos. So something else, and this is, I guess, the last thing on my list for the things I did in my life. So with all this time off that I had, I ended up playing Stardew Valley. It's like, I've clocked up like over 60 hours on this game. I'm a true gamer at heart. Stardew Valley is just incredible. If you've ever played Harvest Moon, you'll love Stardew Valley. I played Harvest Moon back in the 90s on the SNES, on the Super Nintendo. When I was a kid, it was my favorite game. Like, I would stay up late at night, like when I was like 10 or something, and I was just so wrapped up in Harvest Moon. It was the best game ever. And Stardew Valley is like even better, because it's, I guess it's kind of taken the best bits from Harvest Moon and made it even better. So I'm like so hooked on this game. I'm like so serious. I'm a serious gamer now, doing all this gaming with Stardew Valley. So that's been really fun. It's been really helping me get more of that work-life balance. But the downside is I'm spending all this time gaming, and it's really interfering with like my good habits, like doing yoga in the morning. Instead, I find myself playing Stardew Valley, and it's like, oh, I'll just play a little bit more, and then, you know, hours pass, and it's like, oh, I missed out on my yoga. So but it's you know, it's good to take a break sometimes. So it's been really fun, and I have no regrets clocking up so much time playing a game. The other thing I quickly want to talk about that I've done in my life over this month, this is actually something that's kind of recent. I bought myself these beautiful workbooks by Leonie Dawson, the Goal Getter Yearly Life Workbook and the Business Workbook. I got these, I ordered the digital version and got these printed myself, so they might look a bit different to how other printed versions might be. Just because I wanted to have control over the quality and stuff of the paper. But these workbooks have been so fun. So I bought these for myself, and I kind of set them aside, and I was like, oh, the kids can just give these to me for Christmas. How many other mums can relate, by the way? Like, if you're a mum, do you buy presents for yourself too, and like just give them to your kids to wrap up for you? Because otherwise, like, yeah, my kids aren't going to go to the shops and buy me something, are they? So anyway, I got these beautiful books, and I have pretty much worked my way through both of them in the space of a week. And it's like all I've really been doing, apart from playing Stardew Valley during my time off over this Christmas season. It's either been Stardew Valley or focusing on my real life goals. But this has been amazing. These books are like, they're like fillable, and they're beautifully yeah, they're just beautifully illustrated, like so much color, and oh, it's just been life-changing. Like, the amount of guidance in these books for setting goals in so many different areas of your life, it's just incredible. So I'm feeling really excited for the year ahead now that I've really taken this time to sit down and plan my life out thoroughly for 2022 with these 2 books, as well as my 22 Moon Manifesting Planner. I've also taken the time over this past week to fill out the year ahead sort of pages. I've drawn my beautiful little vision board there, and like did my tarot spread and everything. So yeah, I've done so much planning for the year ahead. That's that ambitious energy from the sun in Capricorn really igniting this, I feel. So that's been really, really good. I love planning ahead. I love like sitting down with my journal, or in this case, like multiple journals, and just dreaming about all the goals and things I want to do. So let's see if I can actually make it all happen. That's the trick. Like, you know, it's free to dream and come up with these goals and everything, but the key is to actually take action. So I'm going to really challenge myself to take action on all these goals I'm setting for myself for the year ahead. So, okay, that's pretty much my biz and my life review. More so my life review. Business, yeah, as I said, I had a lot of time off this month, which has just been so good for my soul. So now let's talk about exactly what I've manifested this month. So some notable things that I've manifested, something that I had on my, actually in my 2021 moon planner for December 21, was that I wanted new outfits for all my kids, and well, me as well, but mainly my kids. Like, my kids' clothes were just looking a bit, worn. One of my sons just had holes through all his shirts, and like one pair of shorts that fit him well, and it was just like, okay, I need to manifest some new outfits for my kids. And so having that photo shoot for the family, it really gave me like this push, like, okay, we need these new outfits. So it was really fun just going out and like planning outfits for the whole family that would coordinate, and going out and buying them. And that was really fun, like choosing outfits that kind of brought out my kids' personalities. Like, one of my daughters wore these little denim overalls, and it was just like so cute, but so like kind of quirky and unique as well. And like for me, obviously I had like a black dress. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I always wear black, pretty much. So yeah, my dilemma in life is always finding the perfect black dress. I took my girls shopping when we were buying all these new outfits, and we got like, everyone else's clothes from one store. And then I think I pretty much went to another 3 stores before I found a dress that was acceptable. That's honestly my dilemma in life, finding the perfect black dress. So anyway, I manifested that. I got a beautiful black dress, which I love, and new outfits for the family. So that was good. I was really happy to manifest that. The other thing that I manifested, which was really exciting because it wasn't for me, because it was for my husband. I bought my husband an Apple Watch, and I went top of the range. It ended up costing over $1,000. Apple Watches aren't cheap, and especially if you add on like, the expensive bands and whatever, it really adds up. But no regrets. He loves it. My husband, he loves it. He thinks it's the best thing ever. So it brings me so much joy to be able to do things like that give people that I love joy. So rather than manifesting stuff for myself this month, I feel like I was manifesting stuff for my family. So that really, it was really, really amazing to do. And now, of course, I'm hanging out to get myself an Apple Watch because it looks so cool. I've got a Fitbit, but it's just not the same. I'm totally an Apple girl through and through. So going into the actual figures now, how much money did I manifest? This month, I manifested about $9,000. Last month in November, I think I manifested about $23,500. So $9,000 is significantly less. Looking back, this is probably like one of the lowest months I've had for the past few months. But in saying that, $9,000 is pretty good. Like really, really good. Years ago, like the amount of money I would get in a year was like $20,000. So, it's just amazing how much you grow when you look back, and it's like, wow, that's like, how much I used to earn or how I used to live. And then, your life is like exponentially better now. So $9,000 was my total for this month. So as a quick breakdown of where this money is coming from, in full transparency, I get money from multiple sources. I'm not just talking about money that I'm making here through my business. Like I'm including money that comes in through the partnership that I run with my husband, as well as money that I may receive from other sources like the government. I do get a bit of money from the government regularly, like for the kids and stuff. And where else did I get money from this month? Insight Timer pays me a bit of money each month because I've got meditations loaded up there, and some people donate after listening to my meditations, and I also get paid like based on like how many listens I get and the comments that I get as well, like, and if I engage with those comments. It's really interesting how they pay, and they're quite generous with how they pay the meditation teachers on that platform. So I do get a bit of money through them each month. And of course I get money through all the different income streams in my business, such as doing readings, and I've got my Herbal Moon Goddess Academy, which brings in money each month as well. So if you're like thinking, wow, $9,000, like that's crazy. It comes from all sources. I'm counting every single dollar that comes in. I've received money from my grandparents as well, like, for Christmas, solstice as we celebrate it here in my household. But I count that as well. So what I'd love for you to do is really track your money, track all that money that's coming into your life, even if it's Christmas presents from your grandparents or your parents or whoever gave you money. It counts, right? Money is money. The other thing that I track is value. So value is where, I may not be receiving money, but I'm saving money on something that I may have been spending anyway. So like, for example, when I do my grocery shopping at Coles, and I buy stuff that's on special, and on the receipt, it'll be like, you saved $27 or whatever. I'll add that $27 to my value that I've received, because I would have paid for that anyway, or maybe not. I may have got something else that was cheaper, but still, you're getting that value, So there's other ways, like with the family photo shoot, like I mentioned, I won that second place prize, which gave me the half price sitting fee and all that. So I counted that as value as well. So when you start, tracking that value as well as the actual cash that's flowing into your life, the value can help you feel really abundant, even if, you're not really seeing the money. You're surely still getting a lot of value in your life. So tracking that value can really change things if you're like, there's no money, but you're probably manifesting value instead. So I hope that helps. I hope you found this December 2021 review insightful into behind the scenes, into my business and my life and what I'm manifesting. I really just want to keep this real and honest for you guys, because I want to inspire you to manifest the things that you really want in your life, and to let you know that it's absolutely possible. Right now you're probably, thinking about the goals that you're setting for 2022, just like I am. Like I mentioned, all I've been doing this week is dreaming up of these goals. And some of my goals are like really big and scary. I'm going to put this out here now. I really want to manifest a Tesla Model X. It's been on my vision board for a while now. And it's like, right, 2022 is going to be the year that I'm going to get this. And this is like a $200,000 car. That's really expensive, right? But I'm making myself believe that it's possible, and I'm working it out in my, well, not necessarily in my head, but in my journals and my workbooks. How can I actually manifest that? How can I get the money to get that car? Or, you know, how can I actually make that happen? So like that's like a stretch for me, but I believe it will happen and I have a plan to make it work. So, you know, whether you're manifesting a $200,000 car, or maybe you're manifesting a $2,000 car, or, you know, whatever it is, whether your goal is big or small or however it feels to you, I want you to know that you can make it happen. Make a plan and then take action, like actually do the work to make it happen. And that's how you manifest stuff, guys. It's really that simple. You do the work, you make it happen. You don't just set out that wish and wait for it to magically manifest into your life. You've got to do the work. So I hope that inspires you. Go forth and manifest some great things. I'm going to be back onto the podcast soon with a wrap up for 2021, where I'm going to be doing a bit of a longer review about exactly, what I achieved over this past year. So I can't wait to talk to you all about that soon. All right, thanks so much for tuning into the Help Women Goddess podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like or subscribe from wherever it is that you're listening from, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.